Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Because with all the reviewers out there, YouTube needs another fanfic reviewer. One who actually tells you about the good stuff. Uh, much life be easier. Yeah, Trix? We just realized something. What? For all the fanfics we have done, we haven't exactly touched a certain franchise that's recently had its 30th. Which franchise is that? And it follows large swords, boys with spiky hair, and sweet heavenly celestial, you're right. We never have done Final Fantasy on the show yet. Hmm, this needs to be corrected. Well, it is Christmas, so for all of you Final Fantasy fans listening out there in the audience, here is Christmas for Two by Seraphim Angel 2 for Final Fantasy VII. Yes, we're doing my favorite. FS6 is my second favorite. Christmas for Two by Seraphim Angel 02. Sounds like a freaking Ava unit, but what do I know? Chapter 1, only chapter. Cloud's brow furrowed as he passed by Tifa's bedroom door. Tifa had come home from shopping, only to lock herself away in her room for hours. She had been there for about 3 hours now, and he was getting worried. What was she doing in there? Cloud set down the box of ornaments he was carrying next to him and knelt by the door. Placing his ear next to the door, he tried to listen to what was going on in the locked room. It was oddly silent in there, but a small rustle told him that Tifa was in there, possibly doing something. There were sounds now, a sharp skitching that was undoubtedly belonged to a large pair of scissors, the house sound of a door being opened, then slid soft. Soft, padded footsteps got closer and closer. Suddenly, the door opened, startling Cloud out of his concentration. He fell to his side, staring nervously in shock, written cleverly on Tifa's face. Cloudo, what are you doing here? As he asked, trying to conceal her shock, but failing miserably. I dropped some ornaments, so I bent down to pick 'em up, he said hastily. I wanted to start decorating the tree, since Christmas is 2 days from now. Do you want to help? I already have the tree done with tinsel. Tifa smiled. Sure, Cloudo. The tree looked beautiful after Cloud and Tifa finished decorating. The silver tinsel shone brightly as the colorful Christmas lights blinked. The ornaments made rainbow patterns when they were hit by light, and the shining star on top of the tree gave the finishing touch. Tifa, Cloud called to the kitchen. There's still a box of ornaments left. Tifa poked her head from behind the kitchen wall. Oh, really? Well, we're pretty much done with the tree now. We could put it up in the attic and use it next year. Next year? Does that mean we're not celebrating with the gang like we always did? Well, Tifa said thoughtfully, it depends. It might be a nice change of pace to have a little celebration at home. You know, just the two of us. Cloud got a strange, tingling feeling in his stomach when he said that. Yeah, he said slowly, at home. Tifa came bustling into the living room now, carrying a tray complete with steaming cups of hot chocolate and freshly baked cookies. Then Cloud noticed something. Tifa's fingers were wrapped up with bandages, covering the pads of her fingers. Cloud frowned silently, careful not to attract Tifa's attention. When had she gotten those? He didn't notice them until now. What was she doing in her room, bandaging her hands? He couldn't help but feel utterly confused. Cloud? His head shot up, train of thought lost. Tifa looked down with eyes wide locked, nervous having caught him staring. Tifa. Cloud started, looking at suddenly dry lips. Yes? He stood up, walking over to Tifa and taking her calloused, bandaged hands in his. She involuntarily jerked her hands back, but he kept his grip in her hands. He touched the bandages gently. Where did you get things? Uncomfortable silence befell the room. Tifa looked down. I dropped the glass this morning on incident. I didn't know the shards were so sharp, and I cut myself. Cloud placed one of his hands over hers, squeezing softly. That's unlike you. Be careful, Tifa. Tifa nodded. They stayed like that for a moment, silence more. Cloud, the chocolate's getting cold, she said, grinning about him. Cloud smiled sheepishly. Tifa giggled. Right, let's see. Well, Cloud couldn't shake the feeling that Tifa was lying. You know, I still do love it when a fanfic remembers that Cloud's not always emo 24/7. 2 days later, Christmas Day, Cloud and Tifa had a cozy celebration at home. They had a dinner, complimentary of one Tifa Lockhart, now sat in front of the fireplace, wrapped up in their blankets. Tifa stared at the fire, its flaming embers reflecting in her eyes. She blew on her hot sock and sipped it tentatively. Cloud laughed awkwardly, and Tifa looked up to him. His way as he took out a medium-sized box from behind his back. Cloud could feel his face warming up, though that could be sitting from the fire for so long. Tifa, I know you told me not to get you anything for Christmas, but I couldn't help myself. When I saw this, I knew you would love it. Tifa's heart pounded in her chest as she opened the clumsily wrapped present, pulling out a clump of green tissue paper. She opened it up and gasped. It was a long red scarf with a cartoon yellow chocobo patterns on it. She lifted her head to Cloud, who was looking at her expectantly. Her warm, cinnamon eyes were shining as she smiled. Thank you, Cloud. It's so beautiful. Tifa closely closer to Cloud, reached over to give him an affectionate hug. Cloud returned the embrace wholeheartedly, moved to put his mouth next to her ear. She shivered, feeling his warm breath on her neck. He laughed warmly. Do you have anything for me? Tifa felt her pulse quicken when Cloud withdrew, pulling out a gift bag from behind her back. Cloudle! She cried embarrassedly. This was supposed to be a surprise. He grinned. Well, it's not my fault. It was right in my field of view. Now we're even. Fine. Tifa pounded shadowlessly, then perked up immediately. Go on, open it, open it. Cloud let her son turn her face and pulled out the present. It was a medium-sized, cream-colored teddy bear with a scarlet scarf around its neck. It looked almost perfect, but Cloud couldn't help but notice that the left ear was smaller than the other. His eyes softened. He knew without a doubt that she made the bear herself. Probably what she was doing in her room a few days back. He recalled her bandaged his hands. She was never good at sewing, he thought, chuckling softly. He remembered that she even asked Eris to teach her how. He figured the left-sided ear fondly, and returned to Tifa. The only way that this could have been sweeter was if it looked like Aerith. She looked nervous sitting there, all wrapped over a cozy blanket. Tifa tucked a lock of hair behind her ear, put her hands on her back on her lap, waiting restfully. Do you like it? I made it for you. Oh, Tifa. So she did make it. I love it, Tifa. This is the best present ever. Cloudo, she said embarrassedly. You're just saying that to make me blush. He laughed and stretched an arm around her shoulders, giving her a one-arm hug. I really mean it, Tifa. Thanks. This means a lot to me. She looked down, her cinnamon eyes translucent in the fire. She gently caught her chin in his other hand, slowly tilting her head upwards. He looked at her, waiting for approval. She leant in, eyes fluttering close. Cloud fed his face inching closer and closer. The scarf and the teddy bear lay next to them. Forgotten for now. Oh, wait, this is a Final Fantasy fic. I suppose you guys are all expecting me to talk about there's weird stuff popping up in here, and there's weird fetishes and kinks. Yeah, come on, guys. Does you remember what the point of this show is? I highlight the good fics. I highlight the interesting ones, and I highlight the ones that don't get much popularity. Although, what Santa said to me back at the beginning of this month is still sending shivers down my spine. I wonder what he meant.